he's focusing his damage on the hand, and he actually has quite an easy time here, because by staying further away from the right side, how's it going, buddy boys and buddy girls? This is Kelvin here, and today we're going to be doing a video on how to beat the brand new map, the Underworld Nightmare Hardcore Roblox Awesome Team. I'm going to show you guys what classes to bring and the tips for each boss and how to beat them. But before I begin, make sure you smash the like button, share and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notifications. And one last reminder, make sure you watch the whole video, watch the tips, read the tips, so you don't miss out on how to beat it. Without further ado, let's get the party started. Starting off, we're going to talk about the 3 classes that we're going to bring to the dungeon. We have a full damage mage, hitting around 50k to 80k HP. Then we have the damage warrior, hitting 75k to 100k HP, but also going to full damage. Then we have the spell tank, the brand new class, being able to tank and heal at the same time with over 250k HP. So you guys are probably wondering, what the heck is a spell tank? A spell tank can heal and tank and use a taunt skill at the same time. His helmet, his armor is fully guardian and has maximum stamina upgrades. His staff will be spell power upgrade, and that allows him to heal at the same time. Before you begin the dungeon, make sure you are at the very entrance before you click that start button, so you can save every second and not waste time. Okay, so starting off, make sure the mage attacks with AoE splash damage, the warrior attacks with swipes, targeting every mob that he can, while the tank goes up and gathers, and each time he gathers, he saves time for the damage dealers to do damage. The tip here as we enter this room is to kill the first group to lower the risk of getting damaged. And then the tank will proceed to taunt and gather all the mobs and bring it closer and closer to the Elder Dark Mage, where the damage dealer mage, the damage dealer warrior can pretty much aim to hit all the mobs at the same time, making your damage super efficient. Keep track of time. By keeping track of time, you'll know how far your progress is and how well you're doing in this dungeon right now. As you enter this narrow corridor, make sure you move left and right to avoid the beams, and the tank must go first to soak up damage and protect the other damage dealers. If you're having trouble here, make sure you attack one group at a time. Take it step by step so you don't gather too much and end up overwhelming yourselves. The first boss is the demonic overgrowth. He has 2 skills and a bonus one. His first skill is to target players and shoot out 3 beams. His second skill is to cover the entire room with stripes, where you can only find certain parts of the stripes to be safe to stand on. While his bonus skill is to spawn minions one at a time. I ranked this boss at a medium difficulty. Alright, make sure the tank enters first to fight the first boss. Zoom out to get a better view. These spikes are dangerous, and if you don't have a good view to avoid these spikes, they would kill you easily. Rotate around this first boss, the demonic overgrowth. By rotating around him, you can make sure you can avoid his straight line damage. You can also have an easier time looking and seeking for the stripes. The tank's job here is to make sure to gather all the attentions of the minions so that the minions don't strafe off and attack the damage dealers. The tank will enter first to bait out the lasers for his teammates with lower HP. The higher the damage that the warrior the mage does, the easier the time the tank will have. Killing faster means less mobs to hit the tank. And a big tip for the warrior, make sure you stay behind and hit the stragglers. You don't need to use your skills to do high damage. Don't make the mage waste their skills. Now, in this next room, the tank also enters first to grab all the attention of the mobs. And of course, beware of the red circles from the Elder Mage. Those red circles are painful. Don't forget to gather all the mobs near the Elder Mage so you can group them up and attack them all at the same time. Now for the second boss, Covemar. He has 2 skills to apply 2 red circles targeting players. It will track you down, so you have to be careful. Skill number 2, Covemar will charge and leave behind a damaged trail, covering most areas in the room. This boss here I found to be at a hard difficulty level, because the limited amount of room you have while fighting this boss. Entering into the room, make sure all the players stick close. The person most in front will grab the attention of the boss, so that player should be the leader. Staying close helps out a lot when it comes to this map, because when you spread out, the red circles and the red trail that the boss leaves behind increases. Don't get too far from the boss. By letting the boss move too much around the map, he will leave behind large amounts of trails, making the room that you have available to move around very limited, since the red circles and the lines that he leaves behind does not go away easy. Okay, remember, the better you gather, the better you can focus your damage into one area. By focusing your damage in one area, you can save so much time and kill all the mobs with the minimum amount of skills. Now comes the third boss, the Demon Lord Relic. He has 2 phases. He will go through phase 1, then phase 2, and then back to phase 1 all again. In phase 1, his first skill is a room-wide damage stripes. What happens is he covers the entire room with stripes of damage. His second skill is a sunburst damage, where he slams down his hand and spreads out lines of damage. And skill 3, right after that, he's going to throw out some cherry bombs where it tracks players down and does a small and then a large circle, so be aware of that. In phase 2, when his HP has reached a certain percent, he would throw out his heart, and that heart will spawn minions. If you hit 5 minions, those minions will get enraged with extra speed and extra damage. After you have taken down the HP of the heart, then it's going to go back to phase 1 for you to finish him off. I ranked this boss at a hard difficulty level. Alright, entering into the Demon Lord. The tip here is to make sure to turn your camera so that you can see the stripes and avoid the damage easily. As you enter to fight the final boss, your jobs, your roles are now different. The mage will attack the hand, and the warrior will attack the main body, while the tank will remove his taunt skill and go for double heals, looking around to heal the mage and heal the warrior. As the Demon Lord's HP drops to a certain amount, usually past half, what happens is he starts throwing out his second phase, his heart. Minions will spawn, and when there's 5 minions to spawn, they become enraged. They get extra damage and they get extra speed, and it's really hard to outrun. So make sure at this point you will focus your damage and get through this phase as quickly as possible. Not being able to outrun these minions is a tough job. Your tank would not be able to taunt these away, hence why your tank should be using double heals anyways. Be careful with the stripes, and I'm going to show you guys how the mage will do his job. He's focusing his damage on the hand, and he actually has quite an easy time here, because by staying further away from the right side, the stripes are easier to avoid, and all he really has to do is move forward and backwards. The hand is not limited for only the mage, but by being able to spread out the warrior and the mage, the cherry bombs are easier to avoid. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you did like this video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notifications. Until we play again next time. Peace out, y'all.